Hey, how you doing? I am back, and we're going to keep diving into this box of comics. We're going to beat around the bush. Let's dive right in. Okay, so this is, if you haven't watched the first two videos in this little series where I'm opening this box of comic books, this is a box of comic books. Got 100 comics in it, all different publishers. I got it through Amazon. It was fulfilled by Searchlight Comics, which I have gotten boxes from in the past. So make sure you check them out on Amazon or go straight through, Google them. Go. I'm sure they probably have. In fact, if they have an actual website, which I haven't actually looked yet, but I'll look before this video is uploaded, and it'll be down in the description box. Well, let's dive in. See what else I pull out. Next we have, or I should say first, next, it's next for me because I've been doing, two videos before this one. But the first one in this video, this is definitely, I think, an Image title. It's extreme. I can tell just by the artwork that it looks like Image. This is a Rob Liefeld cover. You can see his name down there. He's got a very unique. This is Extreme number 0. So the creator, story, and pencils were all done by Rob Liefeld. Oh, that's in. So it looks like there's different stories within this comic. So the first one is called Cybrid. So it was done by Rob Liefeld. And then you have a Law and Order done by Murat Michaels. Risk was done by Chuck Jones. Code 9 is done by Chap Yape. Lancers is done by Richard Horry. And Black Flag is done by Dan Fraga. Obviously, the cover is was done by Liefeld because the cover signed by him. All right. Next, we have this is a Double Edge Comics. We have Spirit of the Dragon. Looks like it's got a price tag that they had on the outside of it that they blocked out. You can't really tell much from the cover. It looks like a big dragon, maybe. A couple of people running and fighting it. But Alright, I'm going to dive back into the box. Pull out some more. We have a Valiant. The Chaos Effect. I don't recognize any of this character. Well, that one kind of looks familiar. Next, I've seen this title before. Image Comics, we have number 3 of The Pact. Image, looks like we got a few Image here. Image, this is Bloodstrike. That's a really cool cover. War Crimes Part 3. Prophet versus Bloodstrike. I'm just amazed at the talent that some of these comic book artists have. It just is mind-boggling. We have Defiant. This is number 2 of Prudence and Caution. I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it. Malibu Comics, I have Ultraverse Year 0, The Death of the Squad. It's the story that started the Ultraverse. Brace yourself for the story of the life and death of the Squad. So this might be it's a number 1. This might be a good contender for maybe after I read it to get graded. That might be a key comic. Oh, we have Shadowhawk 2, number 2. I think I at one time had this. I might still have my copy. Yeah, I always like Shadowhawk. That's somebody I would love to see like a live action movie of. Shadowhawk. Next we have from Renegade Press, we have Strata. This looks like a swashbuckling type character. Number 1. Next we have another number 1. This one is from Image Comics. It is Brigade. Yeah, I think Image they have a lot of really good characters that I think would translate well into, I mean, possibly like live action movies. But I think I'd almost rather see a lot of their titles done as like series, like on like Netflix or something. Because I think then you could encompass and just commit a lot more stuff into the story. You know, with a movie, you're kind of, I mean, you got to kind of pick and choose what you're going to put in because you don't want it to cover too much ground and try to have, you know, force feed people too much at one time. But at the same time, you don't want to, you don't want it to be so small that, you know, it's just like one little thing. You want it to have a little bit of depth to it. So yeah, I think a lot of their characters would do really well as live action and just a good like series. Either a limited series, you know, like 6, 8 episodes or whatever, or just like a general series. And have it go, you know, have like a, I don't know, have like a, you know, 14 or 15 episode season and then have it go for multiple seasons. I mean, I can see Brigade doing that. I've read enough of the Brigade comics. I think it would definitely have to be probably a more adult oriented, or you know, at least teen up type series, because I think you would need a bit of the, obviously, you know, the violence and so forth in it. And you could definitely, I think, Brigade, Team Youngblood, some of the other ones I've done, I think definitely touch on some more adult-oriented storylines. So, yeah. Just my thoughts. Comment down below. What do you think? Would you like to see some of the Image titles done as live action? Or, I mean, some of them could even be done as a really good animated series, but I think I'd rather see them as live action. Next, we have Valiant number 24, Magnus Robot Fighter. Never really got into this title. I've read a few issues, and I don't know, I just never really got into it. Next, this one's got corner of it's been folded over. I have to set that and put some weight on it to try to flatten it out again. We have number 15, Valiant Comics, Solar Man of the Atom. See how the corner. Maybe I'll set this down in here. Put some on top of it. Might help to pull that back down. Ooh, this one looks interesting. Image number 1, In Hell We Fight. I could definitely see this as an animated series. Again, it gives me kind of a Creature Commandos vibe. Yeah, I'm going to have to put this one off to the side and look at this one. This has piqued my interest. put that over here. Oh, we have a Vampirella. Who doesn't like Vampirella? That's another, that would be a great one to do as live action. A Vampirella live action like movie? Oh, yeah, that'd be incredible. 25-cent comic, number 0, Vampirella. Yeah. And that's just like Lady Death. You know, I think Lady Death would make an excellent like live action movie with Evil Ernie. That'd be great. Witchblade, I think is another one that would make. I mean, we did have the live action series Witchblade, which I personally love. I have that on DVD with what was it? Yancey. Is her name Yancey Butler? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong, but that sounds familiar. Yeah, I really liked it. All right, we have a Unity. Time is not absolute. This is chapter 2 of the Eternal Warrior. So it's a Valiant number 1. Eternal Warrior. I don't know whether I've ever read any of those. Well, we have another oh, this is the same. I think this is the exact same one we just had a minute ago. Yeah, it is. We have a Magnus Robot Fighter. That exact same comic. So I don't need to have 2 of them. So I'll set that over here. Maybe I'll sleeve that out. I don't think I need to buy some comic sleeves and backing boards. But maybe I'll just put that off to the side, and maybe if somebody buys something from me, I can just throw that in as a bonus. This is, looks like SLG Comics. We have Gloom Cookie. Okay. Alright, Valiant. Number 11 of Eternal Warrior. So I'm getting the feeling, just based on the covers, that the Eternal Warrior, this is kind of like a war type. Obviously, warrior. It says war. But you know, like cover, and maybe not just like one particular war, but like over time, since eternal. You know, maybe this is a guy that he's immortal or something, and he's just like a lifelong soldier. Interesting premise. Like I said, I don't think I've ever read any of them, so that might be one I might want to dive into. Next we have, it looks like they had this for $1. I really hope that's written on the outside of the poly bag and not. Alright, how do I get into this? Bear with me for a second. I want to make sure that this was written on the poly bag and not. Okay, yeah. I want to make sure it wasn't written. At first I thought it was signed maybe, but no, they just wrote $1 on the poly bag. And then they got this green sticker that I'll probably take off. Yeah, Siren number 3 from Malibu Comics. Next, we have from Rocket Comics, we have Spy Boy number 4. Alright, let's dive back into the box here. One more stack, and then I might have to break this up into one more video after this one to finish it up. We have The Punisher War Journal. Number 18, of course, we should be seeing the Punisher showing up here in the Daredevil Born Again series. That 2-episode premiere was last night, and I watched it. I was very impressed. Although I want to say I was a little upset by something that happened in the first episode, just like literally like not even 10 minutes into the episode. I'm not going to say what it is, so anybody that's already watched those episodes, of Daredevil Born Again, you probably know what I'm referring to. Think of something major that happened right into the first episode. Yeah, I was a little bummed by that. But the series itself, I think, is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm already hooked, just 2 episodes in. Alright, we have the world's greatest comics. We have X Factor, number 136. Featuring your new guide to the Marvel Universe. They wanted to go underground. I just made sure they stayed there. Your new guide to the Marvel. So is that referring to like a character or... I don't know. I'll have to look into it and see what that means. Because that could be, I mean, if they're introducing, if this is a new character, then it makes this like a key comic. Or do they just mean there's part of the comic inside that's like a guide to the Marvel Universe? Next we have Marvel number 1, The Superior Octopus. Huh. So this is like, looks like a Spider-Man Doc Ock cross, maybe? Okay. Next we have The Midnight Suns, number 2. We got Wolverine and Doctor Doom, which we will literally be seeing live action, I'm sure, here once we get into maybe not Doomsday itself, the Avengers Doomsday, but certainly Secret Wars. Yeah. Of course, Hugh Jackman back. I think he did sign a deal where he's going to reprise the role as Wolverine a couple of times. Well, we have number 1, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. Of course, we've seen her in live action. I can't remember the actress's name, but I think she does an excellent job as Kate Bishop. Glad to see Jeremy Renner has pretty much made almost a full recovery from his tragic accident. And I look forward to seeing him in some capacity. Even if it's just so that they give his character like a proper send-off as to where like he truly fully retires. I hope to see him in the MCU at least one more time. Next we have Red Goblin, number 2. West Coast Avengers, number 46. Great Lakes Avengers Assemble. A different type of artwork on that one. Of course, we'll eventually probably see the Avengers. I would think maybe going forward, maybe after the Mutant Saga, maybe we'll start to see like the East Coast, West Coast Avengers. We'll start to see the teams kind of break up and have multiple Avenger teams. We have Multiple Man number 3. Looks like we got Deadpool on there, the Hulk, that Cable. Next, Inferno number 3. I don't think I've ever heard of this one. Alright, let's leave it there. We'll save the rest for the next video. So, comment down below. Let me know what you think. And what was your favorite comic that I pulled out of that batch? I can't really say what my favorite was. I'll have to go back and look and see what all I pulled out of that. I don't know, that Superior Octopus one kind of piqued my interest a little bit. The X Factor, especially if that introducing a character. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough. You'll want to come back and watch what should be the last video in this. What is it? Was this the 4th video? I think this is the 3rd video. This might have been the 4th video. So it's either a 4 or 5 part video series, basically, to get through this box of 100 comics. So until next time, as always, hey, look out for yourself and everyone around you. So much better chance of staying safe and healthy. It looks going forward, I think we're definitely going to have maybe a few more Marvel. Sure, we'll probably dive into the bottom of that other stack. Will probably be more independent publishers. So, see what we get. Till then, take it easy. See ya.